Okay, welcome everyone. It's a very exciting day for the university. We're happy that each of you are here with us this afternoon to welcome Laura Schuler as UMD's next head women's hockey coach. I want to start by thanking all of the former coaches and athletes who have played for UMD over the years for establishing such high standards. Specifically, I'd like to again thank Maura Kroll for her exceptional work leading the program and leaving a very strong foundation in place. Next, I'd like to thank members of the Head Women's Hockey Coach Search Advisory Committee, and I think we have at least one or two here today. But I'm gonna name them each because they did a really good job as we worked through the process. So first of all, we had some former UMD athletes. We had Emmanuel Blais, Sydney Brott, Nevada Russell Phipps, and Ashton Bell that helped with the search. And then we had some current UMD staff members. We had Dr. Katie Schofield from the Swenson College of Science and Engineering, Dr. Jonathan Lee, who's a big fan of women's hockey, in the Leibovitz School of Business and Economics, Dr. Suze Hoppy, Wendy Larrabee, Abby Strong, and our head strength and conditioning coach, Chase Engdahl. We also had a high level of involvement from our current UMD team captains. So I want to thank Nina Job-Smith, Clara Van Wieren, Hannah Baskin, and Mary-Kate O'Brien for all of their help. So the group that I just mentioned put in many hours. They were diligent, they were committed to maintaining confidentiality throughout the search. They were highly engaged during multiple meetings. They provided valuable feedback and kept things moving in the right direction. Our goal was to carry out a fair process that would allow the best candidate to demonstrate their abilities and earn the opportunity. So that leads to why Laura was selected. As I mentioned in the press release yesterday, Laura has made many significant contributions to the consistent success of UMD women's hockey. And she's earned the respect of peers working in both women's and men's hockey throughout the country. The most helpful insights about Laura have come from people who she's worked with directly. Every coach and every athlete who I talked with mentioned Laura's work ethic, her hockey knowledge, her commitment to recruiting, her natural ability to teach and connect with people and build relationships. Perhaps most important from my perspective, Laura always treats athletes the right way, and her communication skills are outstanding. She has a plan for moving our program forward, including where she will recruit and how she will use resources to maximize success. I've noticed these same qualities in other great coaches over the years. So this is the right time for Laura to lead Bulldogs women's hockey, and I look forward to helping her continue the program's tradition of success. With that, please allow me to introduce the next leader of UMD women's hockey, Laura Schuler.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey everyone, thank you again everybody for being here. I am so pumped, I'm so excited. This school has always been so special to me. I love this program, I love this community. I got to take this opportunity to thank everybody on the search committee and thank you, Forrest, for this wonderful, wonderful opportunity that you have given me. I want to thank all the past coaches, more in particular, all of our student athletes, our alumni. They have laid down such an incredible foundation of excellence in the classroom, in the community, and of course on the ice. And wow, I'm so excited to continue to be able to build upon that legacy of excellence. And I will say that, you know, we are always going to continue to hone that hardworking blue-collar identity that UMD has always had from the very get-go. We are going to be a team that is going to be well-structured, disciplined, extremely hard to play against, and a team that is free to make mistakes and free to be creative and play interchangeably out there. So I'm so excited about this next chapter. Couldn't be happier, and happy to take any questions that you guys may have.
9 years ago, you were a finalist for this job. What's
Yes.
it mean now to finally be taking over and have the job take over?
Yeah. Well, first of all, what an amazing hire that UMD did with Maura Kroll. I cannot say enough wonderful things about her. For me to have the privilege to be able to work with her and to learn from her for the last 3 years has been tremendous. So first and foremost, I think UMD did a great job with that. For me, it allowed me to be able to continue to coach with the national team and to move on to Dartmouth and continue to own my skill set as a person and as a coach. And when Moore called me to come back to Duluth, there was no question. I mean, my experience here in the past has been outstanding. I've met so many amazing people in this great community. I met my wife here. And so to be able to come back to a place where I'm supported with family, friends, and do what I love to do was just an unbelievable blessing. So happy to be here.
I don't think we ever had a chance to talk to you about why you came back in 2021.
Yes.
Laura reached out to you.
You know, well, we reached out to each other. I actually had inquired about another head coaching position, and I was a finalist for 2 other spots, one for a men's program as an assistant coach and one for another head coaching position out here in Minnesota. And so I was talking to Maura about some of those positions, and she said, well, you know, if those don't work out, would you ever consider coming back here? And I said, absolutely, absolutely. So unfortunately, the other ones didn't work out, and I came back here and have not regretted it.
What do you think you've learned from your experience here at UMD?
Yeah.
10 seasons working for Shannon and Maura, you've not seen it all.
Wow.
What have you learned over all these years?
Well, first I'll say that I've learned in my 23 years of coaching, I've got to work with so many amazing people and amazing leaders, amazing coaching. So I've learned a tremendous amount from so many different people. And I would say that both Shannon and Moore were outstanding, are outstanding leaders. Shannon was very innovative. Oh my gosh, she could think outside the box like no other. She was the first really to recruit internationally, and that is something that UMD has continued to do and has flourished from that. Maura is just such an incredible person and one of the best culture people I've ever come across. The way that she treats her student athletes, the way that she treats her staff, I've learned so much from her, and everything that I do now at the forefront of my thinking is always about making sure that relationships come first, So I just cannot say enough about that person. Maura has spent so much time with me, and that's what's really important. When I think when trying to establish relationships, you need to be able to spend time with people, and that's what she does better than nobody else. And so for me, that's something that I want to always carry forward. Yeah.
How much will that culture play into the fact that we've seen in this kind of era of college sports,
Yeah.
when a coach leaves, transfer portal, and how recruiting is now and such, there's usually some player movement of some sort.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one left here in 30 days, I believe, with Maura left, and that window closed, and now you as head coach, you got the whole band back together.
Yeah.
Some of the players have given you some credit for the example you've led as interim coach, but also brought up the culture.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a testament to Maura and what she's done here in cultivating such an outstanding culture, and people want to be here. People want to be a part of that. And this place is so unique. it's amazing, you know, like to me, UMD is the best of all worlds. Like so many other places you go to, it's like you're either in the big city or you're out in the middle of nowhere. And we have the best of both worlds here. And people want to be a part of that, you know, they want to be a part of a community where people really care about you, that you're not a number, and they get that here. And so, yes, sometimes when you have a coaching change, you know, people want to leave, but this place, I think, was what kept everybody here, this university, this community, and the amazing program that, you know, all of our student athletes and alumni and coaches have created.
My main memory of you as an assistant coach here, or associate head coach, or whatever title they gave you, is when it was a close game, down to the end, and you had to pull the goaltender, or the other team had to pull the goaltender. I would look down on the bench because I love the strategy and tactics of it all, and I've seen those extremes. But you were the one who put more in most cases. Did you have the responsibility to set those things up in crucial situations?
So my responsibility was when we were down a goal. That, you know, for me, my role was definitely specialty teams, power play situations, and so Moore was a tremendous leader, and she recognized what people's strengths were, and she really, you know, let you kind of roll with your strengths, and so in those situations, you know. Sometimes it was me, sometimes it was Maura, but I think her and I really collaborated really well together, and you know, she just made my experience here so special, so special.
The creativity you talked about, how
Yes.
when you clean the slate and don't have the head coach to work with, and you get to call the shots.
Yeah.
Were there, like I covered Bert Brooks' whole career,
Amazing.
and I mean, the unbelievable things that you invented
Yeah.
to win the Olympics. How are you, what's your
You know,
process?
I don't think I'm inventing anything, but you know what? I've had the privilege of being able to learn from so many amazing coaches. My experience with Hockey Canada, I've got to learn from, you know, Kevin Deneen, Bill Peters, Derek Laxdal, Ken Hitchcock, Peter Laviolette, Tom Rennie, so many amazing, outstanding coaches. And so I've learned a lot of tactics from being with Hockey Canada, and that'll be something that we will continue to incorporate as we move forward with our program. For me, I love being creative. I love being interchangeable. As long as spots and spaces are being filled so that our puck carrier always has options and knows where those options are, it helps to make you know, everybody kind of play more cohesive and together on the ice. So like I said, you know, without the puck, we're going to continue, well, with and with, we'll continue to be a well-structured, oiled machine out there, but with the freedom to be creative within that structure.
Might the program be allowed to win another national title?
Oh, we are knocking down the door so hard, we're kicking it. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the goal. And then the one thing I will say about this place is, wow, do we have the resources to do it? You know, there's a lot of other programs out there that, you know, staff aren't necessarily full-time working with some of those programs. And here, everybody that works with women's hockey works for women's hockey. You know, we have a strength coach dedicated to the hockeys down here. We have our sports medicine doctor and our athletic trainers that are committed to the women's hockey program down here. And to me, that is so important because, you know, sometimes it's almost like what you're doing in the off season that matters more in terms of preparing for success down the line. And UMD provides all of that. Everything high performance. This is pro, even though it's we have to go to school too. Just don't get me wrong, but it's so professional.
Well, the other thing is the boss there worked at college that
Yeah, that other college.
and they willingly let Canadian style dominate, and they won titles. They're here in Minnesota, in this program, and to you, there's been great resentment over the domination of Canadians at the expense of Minnesota. I wonder.
You know what? We are so lucky to be in the great state of hockey. We will continue to recruit the very best of the best from Minnesota. That is definitely at the forefront of my recruiting. But, you know, of course, we want to continue to recruit the best of the best no matter where they're from. But to me, when you know that they're in your backyard and it only takes 2.5 hours and sometimes a 20-minute, you know, car ride to go watch somebody play, you'll be sure to see us there. Yes. I cried. First of all, I was really shocked. You know, I didn't kind of see her leaving. However, I know that being close to her family was really important, especially with having a little one, and the opportunity for her parents and her partner's parents to be able to be close to that little one was, you know, at the forefront of her thinking. And so I totally understood her reasonings for leaving. You know, but for me, I felt like, you know, I was losing a really close friend of mine. But I, you know, so fortunate, her and I talk daily, so we'll continue to do that. But, you know, when it happened, I know that Forrest came down right away and asked if I would be interested in taking the interim role. And I was like, absolutely, because of just how much I love this program. I love our student athletes, you know, this community and this school. So it was an absolute no-brainer. Oh my gosh. You know, Maura has always said there's no better person for this, you know, to be the next person to take on this role. She's that person that, you know, she makes you believe in yourself, and she's just such a wonderful human being. So I'm just so lucky that I've had that opportunity to get to work with her. And of course, Laura Bellamy, I can't say enough wonderful things about her too. So I truly have been blessed, for sure. Yes, she really is. You know, again, there's that old saying that you never know how much you care, or that people don't care about what you know until they know how much you care, and that's Maura, you know, in a nutshell. There, I could text her at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock in the morning, and you know, thinking I'm not going to hear from her until the morning, and she gets right back to me, you know. So she just always makes herself available, and I want to be that for people as I move forward, because I know what a profound, wonderful effect it has had on me, and so I hope to be able to do that with the people that I'm now going to get the opportunity to serve moving forward. It has always been a goal and a dream for me. I didn't see it happening, obviously, so fast, you know, with such amazing people at the helm at UMD, as is Maura, you know. So obviously, when the opportunity came about, I was super excited to be able to, you know, put my name in the hat. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited about our group. I think we have an amazing group of returners coming back with a ton of experience, you know. And then I feel like we've done a wonderful job in replacing some of the high-end talent that we've lost with our first-year student athletes and, of course, the transfers that we're bringing in. And, you know, each and every person I've sat down and had a conversation with, and they just share the exact same core values that our team has. They're so driven, they're dedicated, they're committed, they're competitive, and they bring energy each and every day. And so I'm just excited to let's get going, you know. And every single time I talk to our student athletes, like they're like, they want to get here yesterday, you know, and get going. So sometimes it's like, okay, let's pull the reins back a little bit, ladies, and enjoy the rest of the summer. But yeah, I'm so excited about what we have coming in. Yeah, obviously hire staff. We have to hire two coaches, so we'll be looking to fill an associate head role as well as an assistant role. So really excited about that. That's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. And I've had a number of wonderful conversations, and I will say that there has been a lot of outreach for those two positions. So it's going to be fun, you know, and I'll have to make some really tough decisions as I go forward here, but I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Justin's sticking around.
Pardon me? Yes, he is. Yes, yeah. He did a fantastic job with our goalies last year, obviously, as you guys know, and so we're really lucky that he wants to be a part of this moving forward. Yeah.
What it's been like for you the last 40 days here, I guess I think it's been since Maura announced she was going to Dartmouth.
Oh my gosh.
Interim coach.
Yes.
Everyone I talked to, you weren't just being the interim coach. They say she was the head coach, the assistant coaches. A couple of your players said you've just been going
Nonstop.
I'm curious, like your thought process of that, because you're doing a lot of stuff, setting the program up in the future.
Yeah.
You may or may not have been the choice as head coach. What motivated you to
How much I love this place, you know, how much I love the student athletes. I wanted to, no matter what, if I was picked or not, I wanted to always make sure that I did the right thing on behalf of the program, the university, the community, and our student athletes, you know. Obviously, as soon as Maura transitioned out, my first phone call was to all of our current student athletes, all of our incoming student athletes, our transfers, to let them know what a special place this was, you know, and that I truly believed that we could do great things, and that I wanted them to know that I was here for them and that I had each of their backs. And then secondly, come June 15th, I was on the phone nonstop for 12 hours straight, and it has been nonstop as we go forward here in the recruiting process. So I'm so excited to try to get some more help on board because, you know, there's so many things that are happening right now, even in the recruiting world. I know, you know, for example, Quebec is having their provincial camp. Next week is Ontario's provincial camp, and, you know, we need to get people in place so that we can get eyes everywhere. Continuity is key. Yeah, continuity is key. And you know, the one wonderful thing is that Maura and I really saw the game the same way. So that was awesome. Right away, when she brought me on board, and we were able to, we call it same page coaching, and her and I sat down with Laura Bellamy, of course, and the three of us just you know, talked forever about hockey and what we feel you know, is important and how to go about teaching, and we were all on the same page, you know, from the very get-go. So I would say that you're going to continue to see a very similar team that you have always seen here at UMD. Yeah.
Have you scheduled Dartmouth yet?
Yeah. No, but we'll have to get them on the radar. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's more willing? You're probably more willing to play Dartmouth and Harvard right now than you or Maura are to play you.
Oh, goodness. You know what? Two wonderful people who are going to do an outstanding job at both programs. So I know that both programs are so lucky to have those two women at their helm. Yeah.
But whenever they're ready, you're ready to have them.
Oh, for sure, for sure. You know, scheduling is always challenging because it's always 2 years out, you know. So, yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.